So Tyron Smith is injured. We right back like we never left. Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. What's up with y'all? Listen, we 72 hours out? Give or take about 72 hours out? It's time. It's time. I'm excited. I'm excited. I do want to say this, man. Trying to get to 21K. Seems like I hit a little stagnant piece. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel. If you can, if you like the content, please hit sub. You know what I'm saying? Trying to push and promote the channel. And I appreciate all the love and support from you guys. Let's talk about Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith, man. Twisted his ankle, got his ankle rolled up today in practice. And look, I started the video in the thumbnail, I said the good and the bad. But let's give you the bad. Let's end on a good note. So let's talk about Tyron Smith's ankle. Tyron Smith got rolled up on, and right now they're saying they put him on the injury list. It's precautionary. He was just limited today. He didn't tear nothing. Thank God. He didn't break nothing or anything like that. It's just with Tyron Smith, I'm sure if he catch a light gimp, they like, all right, come on out. And you know what the thing is with me, with Tyron? I feel like Tyron Smith shouldn't even be practicing. I feel like he's at that stage in his career now. That might not be realistic. I'm not a coach. I don't know how realistic that is with football. It's so choreographed, so much small things that goes into details of the week. I don't know if you could just have an offensive lineman sit out and then come in and start every week. I don't know if that's possible. But if it is, I feel like it should at least be discussed. You know that big round table they do the drafts at? Jerry and them need to call an emergency meeting. Hey, man, what we going to do about Tyron? You know, and just try and figure it out. Because, look, if Tyron can't go, shout out to John Machota, he said it could possibly be Chima Edoga, TJ Bass at left guard, Biadish, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele. Now, the right side of that line is strong, and everybody forgets that Biadish was a Pro Bowl center. So, you know, the right side in the middle of that line is strong. The left side would be green and scary. Although Edoga's playing the league, it'd be like, ugh. Now, I might be more of a fan of putting Asim Richards out there. Just let it be green. Asim, TJ Bass, they both young. They're going to take their bumps together. But, you know, the Giants, if they don't got anything, they got a good defensive tackle room. And with Thibodeau trying to get his footing, like, it ain't going to be no easy task. We don't got no easy D-lines we're going up against no time soon. So it will be a little bit scary in that vein, but I do have one good thing. This is let me put on my football strategy cap. All right, check it out. The West Coast system, or Tex Coast, or whatever you want to say it, the hybrid, the amalgamation of the offense, allows for your offensive line to hold blocks less. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Let me know. Wrong, you'll know what you're talking about. But I really do, from what I'm understanding, from what I've been studying, Dak should be able to get the ball a lot faster. He should have a lot more emergency valves. He should be able to get the ball into the hands of his weapons and let them create in space and make things work. Get the ball to Tony Pollard quick. Deuce Vaughn if he's in the game. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, etc. Just get the ball in their hands with creative concepts. Get the ball out quick. Don't try to hold the block for multiple seconds because we might not have that luxury until the left side of our line gets back, secure. I was going to pick a high-scoring game. I was trying to beat them by 2 scores, but with the offensive line being nicked up, I might be willing to go like 2013, maybe 2010. I feel like our defense is going to come to play, and I don't feel like the Giants are going to be able to do too much. But our offense might not be able to get out the blocks like we want early because, hey, man, the offensive line, first of all, we rusty. No starters have played. Second of all, the offensive line is nicked up. So we will see. Sometimes your predictions be way off. But that's just my thoughts. So now the bad is out the way. Also, they talked about Tyler Smith. They said Tyler Smith, the decision on if he will play will be made on Saturday. So we'll find out on Saturday if he's playing by Sunday. They're stretching this thing out. He hasn't been practicing. He's been on the side with Brent. I forgot our athletic trainer. I think his name is Brent. Brett Brown or something like that. on the cords. So we will see how that goes. And Sam Williams was limited, so he moved up from did not practice to limited. So some positive, injury room is some negatives, but overall, no one's been lost for the season. Knock on wood, outside of the gentleman that we lost in the preseason to the ACLs. So let's just move forward. Let's talk about CeeDee Lamb, man. CeeDee Lamb came out today, and when they was asking CeeDee Lamb, let me just go ahead and pull this up, about what he thinks about his contract talks. He said, listen, man, I got a Super Bowl to go win, and I got touchdowns to catch. Meaning I'm locked in on the business at hand, the game, my team, etc. I ain't just worried about the money, because the money going to come to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb keep doing this thing, he going to get paid. I love that. I love that he not focused on that. I love that Micah's locked in on the game. The money's coming to those two fellas. Trust me, they getting paid. There's some other players on this team, they take their money out their pocket and put it into that. Like, they're going to get paid. So I'm glad that he's focused on that. They also asked him about how he feels about comparing himself to the other top receivers in the league. And he said, I'm already there. But he stopped himself from what I understand. I didn't hear the interview. I'm trying to look for it. And, he wants to show everybody. I'm going to show you. I like that. Talk heavy. Talk heavy. Be confident. But then be like, look, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Because CeeDee Lamb, y'all know he a beast. All pro CeeDee Lamb. Speak his name correctly. But, a lot of people still underestimating him, trying to say he's only a slot and stuff like that. So I'm glad that he's like, okay, let me go out there and continue to prove you guys wrong. That chip is firmly on his shoulder like the rest of our players in this team. So I love that. And then finally, let me end off on Mr. Prescott. Dak was asked multiple things today about the Super Bowl, if he thinks about the Super Bowl ahead of the season and stuff like that. And, I'm glad he's keeping it funky. Yeah, I think about the Super Bowl. Absolutely. It's in my forefront. It's a goal of ours. That's where we headed. We're not going to mince words. We're not going to act like that's not a goal. We're not going to be, yes, it's a goal, but it's week to week. You know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing. You can go find the entire quote. He said, I know that's where you want to go. And keeping your goals in your forefront and not acting like they're not goals, I like that. That's confidence. That's not something to be frowned upon. Also, there's something else I want to read more out loud. John Machota, they asked Dak Prescott, they said on what excites him most of this Cowboys team, what excites him most on this Cowboys team entering the new season. And his quote was, it's a little bit longer, so I'd rather just read it. Each team is different. So it's something you may feel from each team going in. But the brotherhood we have, something I've always talked about. The vets we've been able to add, Stephon Gilmore, Brandon Cooks, been talking about that for months. Even more of the rookies and what they've come in and brought in. This is a close team. I feel like I keep saying that every year, but I truly mean it. Getting closer, and we're getting closer. We're getting tighter. It just goes into the practice, really, really back to the training camp, to the competition, to the trash talk, all of that we practice against each other. I'm ready to see what that is live. Now, I know there's a lot of jumbled words, and I know I ain't read it all perfectly. I get it. That's not my point. My point is the message that he's getting across. I've heard Mike McCarthy talk about brotherhood, and I've heard, Micah and Trayvon Diggs and Dak and everybody just talking about how this team is like this, ready to go into the trenches and fight for each other on a brotherhood type stuff. And Dak's been in the league for a while. I don't feel like he's just saying stuff to say it. He's a very calculated person, and he tries not to even let his real personality shine through because he's always worried about his business. So if he's saying this, I know he means it, because he would have been saying this every year. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to watching this team perform on Sunday. The talking is starting to become redundant. I'm going to do talking. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? CFT, that's what I do. But I think the players is just ready to show you. CeeDee Lamb ready to show you. Dak ready to show you. I think they're just ready. They're tired of talking. And, I know it's media obligations, but they're ready to get it done. Lastly, let me talk about Mike McCarthy. He was talking about the Carpe Omnia. And he said that the perfect person that embodies that is Micah Parsons. Seizes everything that's in front of him. He said Micah Parsons has gotten better at every facet of his game. and that he's a walking example of why that's our motto going into the season. That's our our mantra. Seize everything, carpe omnia. And I agree, man. You saw Micah going hard this off season, training every day, every type of way, boxing, running, different players, different sports. Like Micah is ready, and sometimes by example, the way you lead really lifts the team. So I'm just loving the leadership on this team, the veterans on this team, where we're headed. I'm excited about it. But I know those little injuries today will kind of shake your confidence going into Sunday, but we're going to be fine. I feel like we are insulated and we are prepared for what unfortunately seems like the inevitable, man. Tyron getting nicked up. I want to wish Tyron a speedy recovery. I hope his ankle is not that bad. I hope this is just precautionary for Sunday. And I just want to say this, man. Long off season. Football is finally back tonight. Y'all let me know y'all scores or who y'all got winning the game tonight between the Chiefs and the Lions. And we won't do some more things over the next coming days. Don't worry. I'm going to get to actual Giants offense and defense and what we can do to exploit them and stuff like that soon. It's just when pressing new events come up, I just want to talk about them. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I can't talk today. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And, man, if you enjoy the content, man, please hit the sub button. I'll holla.